Good evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. Today is Tuesday, August 11th, 2020. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, several areas of Tullahoma City Hall were named. Mayor Lane Curley addressed the board about his leaving office, and the founders of Tullahoma's Farmers Market were acknowledged. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Hello everyone, Governor Bill Lee. The 2020 census is underway and more than 60% of Tennesseans have already been counted. I want to encourage every household that hasn't yet responded to the census to do so now. An accurate census will bring more of our federal tax dollars back to Tennessee communities to support services that we all like health care, education, roads, and so much more. Log on to 2020census.gov to answer some simple questions about the people living in your home. You can also respond by phone or mail in your questionnaire. It should only take a few minutes and can mean so much for your family and your community. Help shape the future of Tennessee by responding to the 2020 census today.
Welcome back. Tullahoma Mayor Lane Curley spoke to constituents about the ending of his political career and history of services since 1982.
After 18 years and presiding at over 430 Board of Mayor and Alderman meetings, this is my last full board meeting over which I will preside. It's hard to believe the next meeting will be my last to walk up the 18 steps to enter this boardroom as your mayor. I will step down at the next meeting as I hand the gavel over to Mr. Noes. Mr. Noes, I pledge to you my efforts to ensure a smooth transition, and please know I will be available to you if I can ever be of assistance. A special thank you to our children, Rob and Rosalind. They both literally grew up while their dad was an elected community leader and away many evenings at meetings. I'm pleased to report neither were too negatively affected and lead normal, happy, productive lives. There might have been a few times along the way that proved challenging and a little stressful having their dad as the mayor, but it appears they were not scarred too badly. To my parents, thank you for the use of your good names, as I know that is why I was first elected in 1982. And now a word about Evelyn. We've been married 41 years, and 31 of those years I've been in elected leadership positions. Can you imagine putting up with that? But she has, and not only put up with it, but behind the scenes an integral part of Tullahoma's success. Evelyn has enhanced my good ideas and single-handedly rejected my bad ideas. She is my constant cheerleader. I'm reminded of the great rock band Chicago's lyrics in the song Just You and Me. She's my love, my life, she's my inspiration. Please do not underestimate her many, many contributions. She also keeps me grounded. When I got home after my first election victory 38 years ago, her comment tonight, when I get home after 18 years of mayor, will be the same. Tomorrow is garbage day. Don't forget to take out the garbage. She I'm asked all the time. That was for Evelyn, okay? I'm asked all the time if I will miss being mayor. Yes, of course I will miss being mayor. I loved being your mayor, in trying to make good things and opportunities happen for the people of Tullahoma. It's been an exciting, challenging, and very rewarding experience. Being mayor has been an integral part of my life, and I often went to sleep thinking about what I needed to do as mayor and would wake up with the same thoughts. It certainly can be all-consuming. I've done my best to lead with a servant leader mindset. I've always tried to be fair, respectful, kind, lead calmly, and set a good example. I've always tried to present Tullahoma in a good light and never embarrass our community. I describe myself as the CEO of Tullahoma, the Chief Encouragement Officer of Tullahoma. It's been rewarding to help design a community where people want to work, live, play, and raise their families. Building a community in which young families want to remain, return, or relocate has always been my goal. It's been an honor and a privilege to work with some excellent public servants over the year. Individuals like Sue, Pat, Wayne, Butch, Kurt, Lee, Tom, J.C., Rosemary, Paul, Jason, C.B., Richard, Costa, Don, Dan, Catherine, John, Robin, Winston, Debbie, Mary, Joe, Brian, Jana, Chuck, Jody, Jennifer, and Steve. I've seen firsthand over the years what these individuals and their teams do day in and day out, and I'm proud of their hard work and dedication. I also appreciate the work and dedication of the appointed members of our boards and agencies. These are true public servants. Our city government is in very good hands. One of my goals in recent years has been to get more people involved in community leadership, and I'm proud to see the results of that effort. I've also enjoyed introducing a new community initiative each year and challenging our residents to get involved and empowering their action. I hope the Go Green, Arts Council, Get Fit, Sports Council, Tourism, Downtown, and Entrepreneur initiatives not only survive, but thrive under new leadership. I also hope more community initiatives will be added. My goal has always been to position Tullahoma as the city of opportunity and innovation. What will I miss the most? Certainly I will miss the interaction with the young people at their schools. Each year for many years, I visited every grade and every school, telling the children encouraging stories, trying to lift them up and encourage them to do their best. I wanted them to know who their mayor is and that he cares about them. Until the pandemic, I would shake hands with every child in every grade every year. That's thousands of little hands over the years. I've also handed out nearly 2,500 what I call official mayor cards to children who have come up to me in stores and restaurants and ball games. Each one not only got a card, but a little written encouragement with their name on the card. I'll miss that interaction. I hope in some small way in some small way I've been encouragement to these children.
Take your time, Mayor. We're not in any hurry.
I got through Evelyn's part. I'm reading fast. It's hard to believe that shy, tall, skinny little red-headed boy that used to ride his bike all over Bel Air school property, later a lifeguard at the old city pool, and a gopher for the DHS baseball team, could grow up to be the longest-serving mayor of Tullahoma. By sharing my story with them, I hope it causes every young person to think, well, if he can grow up to be mayor, anybody can. And they would be right. I've also enjoyed recognizing achievements by our citizens, both young and old. Everybody needs a little pat on the back, and I've always felt by recognizing folks for a job well done in some small way, it makes them feel special that their achievement did not go unnoticed by their community. As best I can figure, I've worked with approximately 50 different aldermen over the years. Although we didn't and don't always see eye to eye on every issue, I respected each and every one. I've always tried to preside in a professional and a fair way. I also believe each of you did what you thought was in the best interest of the community. I've done my best to make sure every voice is heard. I will always appreciate and have fond memories of these relationships. Through my 31 years of elected community leadership, I have met thousands of Tullahoma residents. I consider each a friend and wish only the best for everyone. Many residents have said some kind things to me over the past several months. I appreciate their encouraging words. Thanks to many people and partners, a great deal has been accomplished over these years. By 3 different measures, we are the #1 micropolitan city in the state. We still believe in excellence in education. Greenways have been extended. We are getting closer to having nearly every resident within 1/2 mile of a fitness opportunity. Splash Island is an incredible asset for the young and young at heart, and the renovation of D.W. Wilson Community Center has been amazing. C.D. Stamps Community Center is a tremendous asset. We will soon have a state-of-the-art police station. We are strongly positioned as a retail, medical, art, and aviation hub. We offer the fastest internet in the country. We will soon have even more vibrant downtown. We are a very safe community. The city government has an excellent bond rating. Parks have been added and improved. Tullahoma is a more green community. Our airport continues to be a valued asset. I believe more great things are in store for Tullahoma, and I look forward to hearing about many more high points in Tullahoma's future. Tullahoma has been my home for over 60 years and is a very special and unique place. I love our community and the people who live here, and thank you for the wonderful opportunity you've given me to serve as your mayor. It has been a true honor and a labor of love. My overall challenge has been to leave Tullahoma a better place than when I first arrived. I hope I've lived up to your expectations. It's hard for me to believe that since I was first elected alderman at the tender age of 26 in 1982, 31 of my last 38 years have been in elected leadership positions. Alderman for 5 years, member of the Tennessee General Assembly for 8 years, and mayor for 18 years. You are perhaps familiar with Teddy Roosevelt's Man in the Arena quote, part of which reads, "The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is covered by dust and sweat and blood, and who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, because there's no effort without error and shortcoming, but actually strives to do the deeds, who spends himself in a worthy cause." Friends, I've been in the arena for 31 years. It's time for my exit. Thank you.
And we'll be right back with more news after these messages.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. Tullahoma Mayor Lane Curley announced the naming of several rooms of City Hall during last night's meeting.
At this time, I would need a motion to approve the naming opportunity for Patricia Williams, Steve Worsham, Jim Conley, and Jody Boss.
Be glad to make that motion, Mayor.
I'll second.
Proper motion. I want to try something here. Ms. Dunn, do you offer that motion as well? Look blanks.
Oh, but Judge Conley. No, I'll take it.
Ms. Blackwell? Mr. Mathis? All right, so we now have a motion by acclamation. Pat Williams has served in a variety of important positions during her 38 years of dedicated service to the people of Tullahoma. She served as the city government's full-time finance director for many years and was responsible for the proper and accurate collection and expenditure of millions of dollars of taxpayers' money each year. Mrs. Williams also served as interim city administrator on numerous occasions. In fact, prior to our employing a city administrator, Mrs. Williams was considered the de facto manager of city government. She implemented many cost-saving and innovative measures during her tenure. Mrs. Williams retired from full-time service in 2002, but continues to serve the people of Tullahoma in a part-time position, exceeding 56 years of total service. Today, we are naming this suite of offices the Patricia Williams Financial Suite in her honor. Thank you, Mrs. Williams. Steve Worsham was first selected city attorney in 1967 and has served in that capacity for 40-plus years. Records are incomplete, but his service as city attorney is considered the longest in Tullahoma's history, and he's still going strong. He has participated in over 1,000 Board of Mayor and Alderman meetings during that time. During his tenure, he has provided wise counsel to 9 different mayors, dozens of aldermen, and at least 8 city administrators. All came to depend and rely on the superior knowledge of the Tennessee Code and Tullahoma ordinances and resolutions, hundreds of which he authored. His long service is a testament to his knowledge, hard work, loyalty, and his constant eye on the long-term best interest of Tullahoma. Mr. Worsham adopted Tullahoma many years ago and has become one of our city's most ardent and passionate supporters through his work in many local organizations. From now on, the conference room downstairs will be known as the Stephen M. Worsham Conference Room. Thank you, Mr. Worsham. Jim Connolly represents the 3rd branch of Tullahoma City government. He has served as city judge since 1978, 42 years. We believe the longest tenure as a city judge in Tullahoma's history. Tullahoma was founded in 1852, 168 years ago. That means Judge Connolly has been our city judge approximately 1/4 of the time since Tullahoma's founded. I don't think he appreciated me saying that. All right. Judge Connolly typically hears and dispenses about 80 cases bi-weekly, which means over 42 years he has heard approximately 84,000 cases and is still going strong. We appreciate his willingness to serve the people of Tullahoma and feel it is appropriate this courtroom and boardroom be named after Judge Connolly. Thank you, Judge Connolly. Jody Baltz served the people of Tullahoma and the Board of Mayor and Aldermen as city administrator for over 19 years, the longest tenure of any city administrator in the history of Tullahoma. This remarkable achievement is doubly impressive considering the typical tenure of a city administrator is less than 5 years. His long tenure is a testament to his good work ethic, communication skills, ability to tackle tough challenges, and always exhibiting excellent leadership. Tullahoma has had a city administrator for approximately 40 years, and Mr. Baltz served nearly 1/2 of those years. In addition to his more than full-time position as city administrator, Mr. Baltz found time to author books and is considered a premier local historian. It is appropriate this historical building, a relic of World War II, be named after Mr. Baltz in recognition of his superb work as our city administrator and local historian. Thank you, Mr. Baltz. Now, I've just called the names of 4 individuals, 2 of which are in the room. Mr. Worsham, your name was called. Do you wish to defend yourself?
I hope that we weren't people who later on, after various things were named for us, didn't have our names stripped from them before we did. So I try to be real careful about that. Thank you very much.
Mr. Baltz.
I just want to again express to you my thanks for the honor that you've bestowed on me. I've enjoyed every minute working with Tullahoma and wish the city nothing but the best. And looks like things are going to be continuing to go very well, and the citizens support the work of all the board members and appreciate all the work of the board members. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Baltz. Okay, I have a motion and a second on the floor. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion as presented, vote green. Opposed, vote red. Motion passes 7-0.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I'm Philip Bourne, Stem and Nab Detail Shop Manager. Here are a few things our customers have to say about our service.
What I love most about the Stem McNabb Detail Shop is there's someone local that I can trust to pick up my car, have it cleaned, and deliver it back to me in showroom condition.
What really amazed me is when he opened the hood and looked like he had taken the old engine out and put a new engine inside.
We have several different packages and individual services to get your vehicle looking like new again. We're located just behind Stem McNabb Chevrolet dealership. Call today, schedule an appointment, and see what a difference our detail can make.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. At last night's Tullahoma Board of Mayor and Aldermen, the organizers of the Tullahoma Farmers Market were given a volunteer award for their efforts.
We have recognized Mrs. Moody at the podium for a recognition at this time.
I am honored today to recognize two very extraordinary volunteers and just passionate individuals, Tullahoma residents, Lynn Adkilski and David Clark, who cannot be with us, unfortunately. But tonight, we're wanting to recognize them for their extraordinary work in founding and building the Farmers Market Tullahoma. Their passion really grew this from, I think, a few vendors coming together in a parking lot into a really thriving community market that every week, I think it's only in its second year this year, and it's already expanded the season to be open a month earlier than it was last year. Regularly, we have, I think, between at least vendors that have signed up, 35 to 40 vendors, and each week there's more and more interest in joining the market. So we thought it's such an extraordinary thing that they have accomplished. We wanted to recognize it with an award. Mayor Curley, do you have any words that you would want to add, or do you want to come down and present this?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, well, let me welcome Lynn.
Yeah.
Thank you all. And it is hot in. It's really hot out there today. We have some hardy vendors out there, I'll tell you.
So I'll read this to you. Tullahoma City Government would like to recognize Lynn Adkilski for her significant contributions, dedicated service, and founding of the Farmers Market Tullahoma.
Very beautiful.
We'll be right back with more News Leader after these messages.
Here at Stan McNabb Collision Center, we work with all major insurance companies, and we get the job done right the first time, on time.
Well, I grew up in Tullahoma. We'd always done business with Stan McNabb, so when we needed collision service after a run-in with a deer, we knew to call those guys. We already had trust with them. We called Cody. He took great care of us. He kept us posted every step of the way, and we couldn't have been more pleased.
Getting your vehicle back to pre-loss condition shouldn't be a headache. So in the event of an accident, contact me, Cody Hall, at Stan McNabb Collision Center.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family caring for your family since 1932.
He's a little bit of you, he's a little bit of me. He's the trash along the roadside of Tennessee. He's the garbage that we find. He's the dream we left behind. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. A throwaway bottle or pop-top can may not seem much to a traveling man, but a little bit of litter goes a long, long way. Rolling and growing, getting bigger every day. Tennessee trash messing up the highways. Tennessee trash junking up the byways. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash.
We have met the enemy, and he is us.
Welcome back. South Jackson Goes Country is on for this coming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This event brings together local actors and musicians to celebrate country music and raise money to help fund the Civic Center. Tickets are only available at the box office or over the phone at 931-455-5321. Also, because of limited seating during the COVID-19 pandemic, and for people who aren't ready to go out in public yet, it has just been announced that live streams will also be available for purchase at the office phone number. And stay with us, we'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gotta be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game.
The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
Times are very challenging right now, and stress levels are high.
Reports indicate overdoses on the rise in communities across the state of Tennessee.
Those experiencing addiction and their loved ones may be struggling to navigate through all the change.
We want you to know that deaths from overdose are preventable.
And help is available.
Anytime.
Day or night.
How do I know?
How do I know?
I am the face of recovery in Tennessee.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 2010 at 97 degrees, and the record low was in 1917 at 53 degrees. The average high for this day is 87, and the average low is 67. Storms for tonight with a low of 70. Scattered storms for Wednesday with a high of 87 and a low of 70, and continued scattered storms on Thursday with a high of 86 and a low of 70. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday evening at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. Stay safe and have a great evening.